Okay, we're at this job, and they complain that this outlet is not working. It's completely dead, but before moving this bed right here, we decided to check this one, and everything is good. So we moved the bed and the mattresses, and the top outlet has power, but the bottom outlet doesn't. And what does our meter say?
It was reading hot on the top.
Hot, what?
So what do you mean?
No, what did our meter say? Open, hot?
Oh, no, that was its own thing. I read it wrong, my bad.
Oh, okay. Plug, okay, well.
It just said this open and hot, and that's where
Oh,
it means
okay,
just
got
dead.
it. Okay, so anyway, we're going to look in there, and hopefully that's where the problem is. Okay, guys,
Let's test it, though.
what we got here is we got two red wires coming in. One's going to the bottom screw, one's going to the top screw, but somebody cut the little tab on the outlet, and I think that's where they made their mistake, because the top is not feeding the bottom. If you check the top, it's not feeding the bottom.
Yeah, the top's hot.
And the bottom's not.
The bottom's dead.
Okay, so what they did was they used an outlet. Maybe they had been saving and didn't know it had a broken tab on it. Or they broke it because it's too red. They're thinking because it's two reds. Most of the time when you have two reds, they usually break the line. Anyway, you can tell somebody didn't know what they were doing. We're going to go get a new outlet. But what we are going to do is we are going to wire nut those. Well, we're going to do a continuity check. We're going to check the bottom wire that we think is feeding here. So what we do is we just take our wired tester and we plug it into there, and then we take the hot side and touch it on the extension. I'll show you, and then we'll know if that bottom red wire is connected to here. Basically, we're just going to do a simple continuity check. I'll show you. Okay, guys, we got our leads. We're going to plug this in over here, take the black wire nut off, put an alligator clip on it right there, take that to the wire that Vinny thinks is feeding this, and if there's continuity there, then we know that that was our issue. And what they did was, guys, they cut the tab on their outlet. They saw two red wires, and they figured, oh, it had to be cut. See, it's cut. So then also this was working, but this one wasn't. It wasn't feeding. The top wire feeds the bottom, and the bottom goes over here, but we like to do a continuity check just to test it, and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, guys, we got my rigged up thing here. We've got the alligator clip. This line is dead. Then he's got the other end on this meter. Now he's going to touch the wire that he thinks is doing it, and if it lights, we got continuity. Go ahead. Is it lit? Oh, I can't see it. It is lit. Okay, that means that wire is going to here.
And that was the bottom one, too.
Yeah, it was the bottom one. So they cut the tab, not allowing the electrical to go to the bottom of the plug. They cut the tab. This one had the hot wire. It wasn't passing through, feeding the other one, which is over there, because they cut that. People always see those two red wires, and they think they automatically got to cut that. It's not true. So you really got to research your wires. The reason why they cut that is they think because they're red wires that they're both hot, and you're going to provide 220 possibly, so they cut it. But anyway, that's the problem. So problem solved. We have one more service call. It's a bathtub spout. So we're going to get this outlet rigged up, and then we're going to go to that job.
It's really odd.
Okay, so he's cleaning up the wires. He's going to put the new outlet on. Then now, not only will the bottom of their outlet work, and they can get rid of that extension cord going to that wall, they'll now be able to plug this into there. They had to put an extension cord and go over there, and this will be working soon. Okay, guys, he's got the outlet in, and now they got power here. Everything's correct. So now we're going to take her extension cord. This has its own power source, and it's on an extension over here because the bottom one wasn't live. So we're going to take that off, put it here, and then put her bed back. Okay, we got to get to the next job, but we just got another service call where the wires, the ceiling fan fell from the ceiling, and it's hanging by wires. I'll show you the pictures in a little bit. I'll send them to Vinny, and then I'll show you on his phone. Anyway, we're going to put this together and go to the next job, which is a tub spout. Okay, guys, here we are. It's not in a fan box. We can't hang one today, but we'll get it off. And we'll check the wires inside the attic to make sure that everything is okay. I'm gonna take a picture, guys. Yeah, the box is broke. So we'll at least take the fan off today. And then we'll cap the wires. And we will make an appointment to put a new fan box. All right, Benny. Let's get this done.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I'm going to show Benny have my phone here. Benny, show him what happened. Show him the anchors.
Oh, there's the screws. Came out of that. And there's 8 screws holding this box.
Wow. Take a picture.
Thing's about to break.
This is when you hire these guys at cheap work. Everything's cheaper. This is what you get. All right, we're going to get this off the thing here, guys. It's going to be simple. We're just going to nip the wires and put wire nuts on it and let it hang. Okay, he's going to drop the canopy, guys, so he can unwire it rather than cut it. And then maybe he can push it up in the box. And let me get on the other side here, guys. You want me to hold it? See, guys, we did these fans for him. They're still hanging. Then he put this one up, and he put a new box. It had the same kind of box. We put a new box in the ceiling, and we did this one. Then he put 2 new boxes. He put 1 new box here and 1 new box here. But we asked the owner while we were up there if he wanted us to put the box up here. And he goes, no, it's hanging. That was his exact words, right, Vinny?
Yep.
So anyway, with that being said, we're just going to take that fan down. We won't reuse it. We never reuse a fan that has dropped. That will go in the trash can, and we'll get him another one to match these 2 right here. In fact, I have one on the truck. I just don't have time to put a box in today. I've got other customers waiting. So I'll schedule that for next week. But with that being said, I offered to do it because we could tell in there that it was one of the shitty boxes because he could see it from above. Okay, guys, he's just going to wire nut it. And they're not that tall, so they're not going to hit it. So, you going to wire nut the other one?
Yeah. Unless one of them like that.
Where's the other wire nut?
In there.
Oh, okay. Flip it on this. There you go.
Give me your thingies.
Oop. I didn't mean to do that. That was out of instinct. Or out of it was out of reflex memory. I just normally do that. All right, that's gonna be it. Just put that on. Let's go, Benny.
You want this?
No, we didn't put one on the other, did we? Let me see. We might put it on there. Just go ahead and save it. No, this one doesn't have one. But is that for a fan light?
Yeah.
Okay.
You need that.
Yeah, save it then. We'll install that with theirs. Oh no, this is a different unit. Yeah, we'll just change it to the. Well, it won't get one. We'll throw it away. We're not giving them one with a remote. So. Yeah, we're not going to give a remote. The management company, they put those in because they didn't have remotes. They don't want remotes. So we'll put a new switch in over there after. All right, guys, we're going to get this stuff out and head to the next job. Okay, guys, we're here. This is a big old house, isn't it? Big old house. Okay, anyway, this is a rental, by the way. Okay, we're gonna get in there and take a look at the tub spout. All right, tub spout is leaking through the bottom. Look, guys. Still got good pressure up there. Not bad at all. But it's still leaking a lot down below here. So we're gonna. They make kits for this, guys, that you can change this right here. But I swear to God, it never works out for me. Just never works out for me. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna break that loose. It's got a little cocking, but it looks like it's already broke loose. I sometimes put cocking, sometimes I don't. If I put plumber's putty there, and it's like if it's got a big hole, I'll put plumber's putty in that. But if it's just a little hole, plumber's putty is all you need. But I'll see what we can do here. Or if you have a gap, sometimes you have a gap, a little gap, then you got a problem. Let's see here. And I can tell this is a screw-on, guys, because it has no hole on the bottom. When you don't have a hole, you know it's not a slip. So, this is why you don't have luck rebuilding these guys. Zero in on that. You can put all these new parts on, but because the whole inside is corroded, the new parts never work good. They're never 100% because you're just not dealing with this part that you're replacing, but you're dealing with the rest of the tub spout that holds it, and it just doesn't work smoothly. I always just go ahead and replace them. If I'm lucky, this is a newer one. So see all the crap out there? This is a newer one. So if I'm really lucky, I'll have the same size one because the older ones are a little bit longer and the new ones don't reach. Let me see that guy over here. I'll take that. And this one looks like a newer one, but you can tell it's not a newer one because it doesn't have a hole. Whether it's slip or that, it always has a hole now. That way, if it starts to leak in the threads right here, it'll run out here and not force its way into the house. So even the newer ones that are screw-on or slip come with this little hole. But if you got one of the older ones, then you'll know for sure that it's a screw-on. See, this one here is slightly longer. Might put a gap, but I did bring a thing because there's no way I'm going to take all of that apart and redo it or rethread that cut. I'll just put a little ring behind it. If it'll work, we'll see. See right here? Look at this big gap, guys. So, see, it's going to tighten up with a big gap. So we're going to get a scraper, scrape it, and then I'm going to put that little piece that goes behind it to fur it out. Rather than cost the guy. I mean, I could make a $200 project out of this by taking this off, cut it, or leave it on, cut it, try to thread it, hold it while I thread it, and take off a ½ inch. But just put that little decorative plate, and it's a done deal. So we're going to go downstairs and get what we need. Okay, guys, we're going to scrape that bathtub. Oh, yeah. Okay, good enough. That hole's so small, we don't need to cock it. We'll put plumber's putty in there and be done. Oh, this is DAP. Look at that. That's when DAP used to be hard. I'm gonna let you do this, Vinny.
Cool.
Here we go. I'm gonna let Vinny clean that up and then we'll get back to the video. I don't think you guys want to watch him do that. No, I just meant it's boring to be watching clean cocking. And if I can spare him a little bit, because that stuff is on like glue. This is the spacer that I was telling you about right here. This will save you a lot of time when you have a big gap. And it doesn't look bad at all. Let me get it out of the thing here. Anyway, that'll save you some time and problems. And it just goes like that. Looks good. Look at that, man. It turns a cheapo tub spout into a really swanky thing there. Yeah. See, they used to never have holes there, and then when this leaks, it would force itself into the wall. Where now, if it leaks right here, where you screw it on, it'll come out here and let you know it's leaking, number one. Plus, it won't push itself into the wall. So, tell me about that. Okay, guys, we're gonna clean up the threads a little bit. should have got. Now, if I didn't have to take my shoes off and when I come up here every time, I'd go down and get my drill motor with the wire brush. But my back is hurting today. Minnie helps me out with my shoes down there. But we had to take our shoes off. And the booties, I'm all out of booties. And so I'm just gonna clean it like this.
Looking good.
Yeah, looking good. Today's Alicia's birthday. She's taking the day off. So, okay, that looks good, guys. So now, when I put it on tape, guys, I guess there's no right or wrong. Well, there is, but I don't like to put it on with my tape going this direction because as you put it on, it unrolls. And then you can't pull it tight. I like to put it on this direction. That way, when I pull on it and I unroll it, it keeps tension on it. The other way, it keeps letting tape out. This way, it keeps the tape tight. So I like to do something like this. Like that. That way, when I roll it like that, there's no issue. It won't be, because if I have it the other way, it'll be unrolling at the same time. So, we'll do that like that. A little bit right here. Call it done. And we'll put a little of this on. Always put the dope on the same direction you wrap it, that way you don't unwrap it. Okay. Now let's see if we're gonna get lucky. We better hope we do. Put that back there. Oh, plumber's putty, guys. What was I thinking? I do want to see if it's gonna fit though. Yeah, probably be good.
One's on half.
Yeah, this one here. We'll take this guy right here. We'll get it warm. Cram it in this guy. Make sure it's covered under there. Pinch it around the pipe. Flatten it to the wall. Like that. See what happens with this. And there we go. Okay, we don't need many threads, guys. That might have been too
Don't break it.
tight. Almost there, guys. Almost there.
Give it a pull, tight.
Let's see. Almost. Right there. Got it, guys. Got lucky. There. It's nice. Straight.
He says luck, but I know it's skill. That's my father.
That's lucky. Thank you, son. Let's go ahead clean the tub first, and then we'll test it. Make sure we're good. He's gonna clean that up. Yeah, looking good. Let me see here. Let me see if I can see it. It looks good, right?
Yeah, no.
It's even, straight, cool. And I thought we were gonna pop it. We got lucky in that last quarter inch or half inch. All right, guys. Go ahead and turn the water on, Vinny. Now. Oh, look at that. Everything coming up there.
Take photos.
Nothing going on there. Let me see. And once we get some photos. Alright guys, that's going to do it. We're going to pick up our tools and we're going to wipe the bathtub out and pick up, and then we'll talk to you outside. Okay, guys, everything is wiped off and spotless. No fingerprints, no nothing. This looks good. Looking good, guys. Okay, I'll see you outside. Okay, not the homeowner, but the renter just approached us and said they want a car charger right here. And the panel's on the other side of the wall. So we're gonna go see if they have room for 50 amps. It takes two 50 amp breakers, and Vinny says they do. It's a 200 amp break panel, and there's plenty of room for 250 amps. So this would be an easy job, real easy job. Let me fix this right. Oh, it's missing the clip. Okay. Anyway, this would be easy because it's right here, guys. You can see somebody's already come through here. Not that I would have done it that way. I would have had a box here. That way we get rid of that bend. See right here, Vinny? I would have a box here. That way you get rid of that bend. You don't need your armor coming through the wall like that. Your junction box, you know what I mean? Or whatever. Anyway, with that, man, I wouldn't really want you to do it in armored cable. Oh, no. It'd be rigid. So it's gonna yeah. Be, no, EMT. Yeah, EMT. So, EMT.
Where does he want?
Right here, right there. Okay, so, cool. Very simple. Area. Yeah, but I would want the EMT as much as possible under that ridge up high so people can still use this for putting, you know, the brackets to hang shit. You know how people like to use their garage and put, I don't want you to bring the rigid right here where it makes everything inaccessible. What did you say again? I want you to bring your rigid all the way up to the bottom of that right there. So you're going to come up all the way to the top, all the way in, and then you can come down where needed.
I'll go under this, guys. I'll unloosen his and go underneath it.
Yeah, unloosen his and go underneath it. Or if you want, go past it.
Depending on where this is, because if it's in the far other side, and I can only access it here, then I'm going to access it here. But if I have it here, I'm going to open the box.
Right. But what I want is I want your work to be up above.
Yeah.
That way, people can hang their brooms. You're not messing up like this wall. It's nice and clean. And they can put whatever they want, those hangers. I don't want your conduit to be an issue. But I don't think I would go on underneath his. You're going to have to do it.
No, I mean underneath this. Go underneath and go that way. Right up higher.
What if we went to the side of it?
That's if I can get there.
Okay, if you can, to the side. I just don't like having to pull his...
If his electrical panel's like this, look. Let's say it's mocked like this right now.
Yeah.
Then I have to go here. But if it's like this, or like here, I can make it work.
Okay, what I'd rather do, Vinny, I have something else in mind.
What's up?
What I would rather you do, Vinny... Can I show you? Okay. What I'd rather you do, Vinny, I don't want you going underneath any of his work and it looks like sloppy shit. We can undo his work, or we can come here and put a junction box, cut his armored cable, put a nice junction box in, and then bring your armored cable over and into the junction box and then back out. That way we don't have, because the last thing you want to see is conduit underneath somebody else's work and it looks sloppy as shit. So, and this is management company, so basically we could do two things. Take his work down and maybe lower it, but to get under here, you're still going to have to go under it, and I don't like that. Yeah. So you'll probably splice his work here and put a junction box, bring your conduit in, and then back out. Well,
oh, okay. It's going to a box.
Yeah, it's going over here, Vinny.
That's why you went down.
Yeah, it's going to an outlet.
Yeah, but it's going to another outlet. I thought if that was all one way and he didn't want to go above it, that would be a lot of slack. But it's going to an outlet.
Okay. So anyway, let's do this. Yeah. Let's cut his, put a junction box, come in, come back out, and that way we don't have nothing going under and looking real chicken shit, because we just don't do that. And then over here, you can come right up around it to the side of it and come in wherever you want. But no going underneath. Look how that'll look. Like that, a pipe under it. We don't want to do that. Remember that for the rest of your life.
That's not reworked it.
I don't think they want to rework it because he's paying for it himself. But I won't, because he's paying for it himself, Vinny, he probably won't even like the fact that we're going to split it and do it, but he won't have a chance. If we do it, we're going to split it. So what's that, another $40 labor? Big deal. You know what I mean? So that's what we're gonna do. Got it? He wants it here. Split the armored cable there. Put his armored cable in a junction box with wire nuts, and then bring your conduit into that box. Your conduit out of the box to here, and then over here, go here. And then if we can get in on this side, fine. If we need to move this over, we can kind of reroute it and make it like a nice little S. We can pull it tight here and make it like a little S like that. But that'd be the way to do it. So we'll give him an estimate and see what he thinks. So I think that'll be that. All right, guys, we're gonna go to Home Depot and pick up materials for Monday. Tomorrow, Vinny's going to a wedding. Alicia's going to a cheer event, and I'm home alone. See what kind of trouble I can get into by myself. Anyway, so we're going to pick up materials because our first job on Monday is that electrical job where they have all those connections out of the junction boxes in the attic. We got the job to put 2 new fans and to fix all those violations and to fix the ducting in 2 spots. So we're going to leave the house at 6:10 to be at their job at 7 to avoid the traffic, so we don't have no time to stop at Home Depot. So we always like to get it the night before. So we'll either go get it now or we'll get it on Sunday, right, Vinny?
Right.
All right, guys. I hope you guys have a good weekend. I'm taking Alicia to this little hole in the wall called, what's it called? Huh? Mario's. We love it there, man. They got good food, and their prices are good, and they give us all the chips that we want. So anyway, maybe I'll. I doubt I'll get any video. You guys don't want to see that stuff. I could tell by the last time I did the birthday video when we went to Mario's for my daughter. I could see by the views not too many people were interested in that. So I'll just keep that shit to myself. But anyway, guys, I get it. You want to see work videos, not my wife's birthday video. Anyway, guys, talk to you later. Say bye, Vinny.
Bye.
Hey, guys. Vinny said that it sounded like I was pouting when I said, I know you guys don't want to see that shit. And no, it's not, Vinny. I'm not pouting. I'm just letting him know I get it. I looked at the views and the views that I had, like some of the views at the house during the birthday party and stuff, and at the restaurant for my daughter. There weren't that many views. So I'm just, I get it. The views say everything. They don't want to see that crap. You got to give them what they want to see, buddy. You get that?
So not the birthday.
Yeah, and don't ever tell me again that you're going to put conduit underneath that armor all for the rest of your life. Armor all. I mean armored cable, not armor all. They know what I mean. All right, guys. Where are we?
You go left.
Hey, guys. I have a part 1, part 2, and possibly part 3, maybe part 4 video on a vacancy turnover, where we're doing a bunch of things. We're doing some shower valves. We're doing, a bunch of shit. But in there, I had bought what's the model number? I bought a tracer, a Greenlee circuit tracer, the
CS 8000.
CS 8000. And, it really didn't work out for us, probably because our ignorance. But we bought it because we thought, like, if you have a bad outlet, like you're going to see in this video today, it's either to the left or to the right. But sometimes if it's downstairs, it's either to the left or to the right, or it's up. And what I'm noticing, was I thought this tester, like, if I plugged it into one of the bad outlets that aren't bad, that I open it up, that all the connections look good in there, so I know that the culprit is going to be to the right or to the left or maybe up, depending if it's a second-story house. Sometimes they go up. But with that being said, I bought this tester to try to trace the wires, but like in this vacancy unit that we're working in, I played with it because it was vacant. I was able to use the breakers and turn them off, and I even took outlets out and created not a short but a loose wire. And with that being said, I noticed a lot in these apartment buildings, it's not like you have an outlet, and they're taking the Romex and going through the walls like this. It seems like almost every outlet is going up into the attic and then going to wherever, to the next wall or whatever, and down. So, every time I was trying to trace where that outlet was going next, it always took me up to the attic. Well, I've got Vinny for that. I've been doing that for years. I've always like, okay, if it's not to the left, if the problem's not to the left of the outlet or to the right of the outlet, then I'll go in the attic and I'll find that particular wire, and then I'll trace it. I'll just follow it to where it's going, and it says, oh, it's going to the wall across. I would have never thought that, but that's where it's going. Then I come down out of the attic and I check that outlet, and voila, the problem's there. So, you know, that's the old-fashioned way of sniffing it out. But I don't know if it's just I don't know how to use this thing, but I thought it was going to be like a silver bullet where, you know, say I have 3 outlets out and there's 2 more on the same circuit, or 3 more. So, you know, one of them is screwing things up. I thought I'd be able to hook that thing up and kind of take me to where the line stops, and that would be my issue, but it doesn't work that way, either because I'm too stupid to use it, it's past my pay grade, or my ignorance, you know, which probably one is the same as the other. But with that being said, you know, I am kind of in this video knocking it, but I'm saying in the video, please don't go by my experience, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm sure if you gave that tracer to somebody that's experienced with it, knows what they're doing, they could get a lot more out of it than what I do. I just wanted to throw this into you guys because I'll be posting those videos pretty soon. And, you know, I did have a hard time with it, but I just not saying don't try it, because, like I said, I just may have had bad luck with it. Vinny tried it, I tried it, Alicia tried it. We all tried different theories. Every one of us had a different theory. And we were causing we were loosening wires on outlets all through this vacancy. And never once did it take us to that particular outlet. We thought we would trace a wire, and then we thought once we got to a certain area where we lost it, well, we'd lose it. So it was either... but it never took us to the next outlet because it would start to run up, and then you try to trace it up there. It was just, then once it goes to the attic, you know you're fucked. You have to go in the attic and look. You can go to another wall and try to trace it and see if you find it, but man, it took a lot of time. The old-fashioned way, I can get it in no time, hardly, most of the time. You know, I do have times, you know, like that one job with the mirror, you know, well, that's not my fault there was a mirror there. I knew it was there the whole time, but I would have looked really stupid if I would have put a bunch of holes and then found out it wasn't there. So I wanted to make sure it was there before I called the guy and let him know that we were going to have to tear his garage up. So I did do my due diligence. I went around the outlets that were a problem. There was 4 outlets. I checked to my left, I checked to my right. I went upstairs and checked up there because a Romex cable could have, you know, there could have been a couple outlets on this circuit, and it went down and fed the rest. We see that all the time. So with that being said, I wanted to make sure I did my due diligence before tearing up this wall. And of course it was there. But I knew it was there a long time ago, but I just had to be sure. Man, it's hard looking stupid, man. Alright, I do that to myself a lot just on my own. I don't need no extra.
No, Dad, you don't.
Yeah, like my son trying to be the loving son. If you can see his face right now. Okay, guys, we're at Home Depot. We're gonna get all our materials for Monday morning. Talk to you guys later.